Yo, how's it going guys, and welcome back to another draft video on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what you get for entering the draft over 100 times. Now, this is my draft record and you can see 102 draft entries, 43 times we have won the draft. I feel like we've got to the final, honestly, around 70 times. We always used to bottle it in the final. I think we're on a fantastic run of results in the draft lately, which has really boosted my draft record. Best team, 189. We've scored 1,128 goals in the draft, conceded 504, which is quite a lot to concede, but we like a lot of high goal scoring games in the draft. Pass accuracy, 85. Why can't we have more stats than this EA? 53% possession. You see a lot of stats in the friendlies, so I'd like to see like my most used player, my highest goal scorer, stuff like that. It would probably be Messi or Ronaldo. I love the draft. I've always played the draft and it's just a fun mode for me. A break from rivals, a break from champions. And yeah, today's video we're going to build the draft, then we'll probably do a post-com over the highlights and we'll talk about what my rewards have been like, what entering the draft 100 times. Close to having a 50% success rate, not really, but yeah, I'm not so bad at the draft. Hopefully we can win this one to show you some good rewards, but lately I will talk about what my rewards have been like. If you enjoyed today's video, smash like down below and subscribe as always to never miss out on some FIFA 20 content. So we'll enter with coins. This will be, what was that, my 103rd entry, possibly, and we'll talk in this about how I believe I have really improved my draft records. So comes down to formation first off. I never take the 5 back, I never take the 3 back. I always take the ones that I'm most comfortable with. And online, in FUT Champions, that is the 4-2-3-1. On this, no way do I take the 4-2-3-1 because you don't get wingers. In drafts, you need wingers, you need the Messis, you need the Neymars, you need the Mbappes. If you want the highest chance of winning the draft, pick a formation just like this one, 4-3-2-1, and hopefully we can get off to a good start. So in this case, I'm not taking a Ryan Giggs. Left mid, left forward, no way. So we'll take an Eden Hazard because he's an alright player on this game, nothing spectacular. And I always work from the attack to the defense, just going through the sort of players, just going in that order because that's what I like the draft. I like my attackers, and I think in this case, because I don't want I could potentially take Joebagman, and I think that's what we will do. We could have took Zlatan, but we'll take Alba because Salah, Mane could pop, and there is a Salah. But in this case, it's not his best version. I want Lionel Messi in this team because he's always going to help me succeed in the draft. I feel like he's vital to the way I play. And then from here, we just start building out La Liga. So we go Luka Modric, he links Eden Hazard, he links Messi, and we're on the roll already. So I'm going to take a Frankie de Jong. You can see we just start building into the strongest league that pops. Very basic draft, very obvious picks probably, but we just tend to pick the ones which help me win the draft. A Messi, a Modric, a de Jong, they're all players that I've used a lot of the time. And when the draft sort of goes like this, so it offers a Garay, but I didn't see that Bartra, make sure you check. Bartra is the one we'll be taking. La Liga keeps the trend going. Sometimes I've done a draft as we get Alba perfect. As we have been like, oh, you know what? I'll go for a Serie A draft. I'll try change it up. What's the point of changing it up when you don't get anything? I do get the Virgil van Dijk, and he's tempting to take because he links to Frankie. And he's much better than Umtiti in my opinion. He can get on 7 chemistry. Maybe we'll get another strong link to him. We actually get a Kyle Walker or a Sergio Roberto. I'm going to take Kyle Walker. I'd rather, that's a thing as well, I'd rather play guys on 7 chemistry and just have players not be really, I don't know, all on 10 chemistry as we take Robles. So the team's looking alright. We just need to improve a few more positions. The centre mid, the striker, as we get nothing really in goal. I'm looking for just improvements to the 2 positions really, as we get Sergio Ramos, who is pretty damn perfect for this team. We'll throw him in there. Doesn't lose any chemistry over Bartra. And we're doing alright. We're just slowly building. We get Matip, we get Ricardo Pereira. I'm not going to take Matip because he's not going in over Sergio Ramos. And even if he gets better chemistry, I don't really care. We get a Rakitic, we get a Fekir. And in this case, we could take a Rakitic, but I'm going to take Fekir because I like him a lot on this game. We'll put him in there and we'll just check. So Joebagman is the only guy who's on terrible chemistry. So we should get a substitute, which will replace him. We do get that Kevin De Bruyne. And we will be taking him because he is brilliant on this game. We might even play him. I'm not too sure. We get an Mbappe. We get Dries Mertens. Damn, these are some good picks. And I think what we'll do is we'll take Dries Mertens. He links to Eden Hazard. Could have took Mbappe, but I feel like I'd rather have someone in the starting squad who is really, really solid. We get the new Jadon Sancho. We get team of the group stage, Raheem Sterling, who we will take, of course, being really, really good on this game. Okay, Harry Kane, team of the group stage as well, or João Cancelo. We don't really need either. So we'll take a Harry Kane. He can be like a nice little super sub. We could actually build into like a Premier League team down the right-hand side, but I don't really know whether that's worthwhile taking out Lionel Messi. We'll maybe experiment as we get a Luis Figo or Zanetti. Zanetti, normally for me, if you guys ever get Zanetti, play him anywhere across the back four. Even in midfield, he is so good. You get Leroy Sané, and I'm kind of tempted to take him because he links to the team together, so we could have Sané, Kane, Sterling, De Bruyne right centre mid, but we don't have that second centre midfielder which we would need. I think we'll take Zanetti as a super sub, and we'll leave Lionel Messi in for now. Salah, Ziyech, we'll take in this situation. There's that Gundogan. I'm trying to think if it would be better to have Sterling, Kane. No, I think we'll take Gundogan. We'll maybe experiment, but I think this is the best way that the team can line up. We don't get anything here. We get the new Coutinho, which is not bad. So there we go then. That is the team. That is how I'm going to leave it. We've got Messi, Mertens, Modric, Fekir. That's the team I like to sort of line up with. Really, really good attackers. Messi out wide isn't the best for him. I feel like he's better at striker or a cam. But in this situation, it shouldn't be a problem. 4-3-2-1 is a great formation on this game to run with. What we'll do now is we'll get into the draft. And we'll talk about how it went, how my rewards have been for the last 100 drafts, how they've been over the last few years. Let's get into it. So here we go then, guys, into the highlights that I did manage to get with this team in FUT draft. Now, I've wrote down a few notes, what I'm going to talk about in this. I don't know how long I'll be talking for, maybe 5 minutes or so. But the draft was very, very nice. The team did very, very well, as you'll see in the background. But I thought I'd use this video to sort of be a summary of what I've experienced over 100 FUT draft entries in FIFA 20. So, first off, my favourite players in FUT draft so far has to be Messi, Ronaldo, that team of the group stage, Mbappe, and Dries Mertens in form. Whatever version of Mertens, he is so good for me. I just really, really like them cards, and I always pick them if they show. It's a shame that we don't get any more icons in draft for me to experience, but for them cards, they always do so well for me. So they are probably my 3-4 favourite players in this game to use in draft. And one thing to note is, just because you enjoy a player in draft doesn't mean you will enjoy them in Rivals or FUT Champions. That's really annoying, but the gameplay is so smooth on draft compared to FUT Champions or Rivals that you can't compare them, and it's a real shame because I'd love to be able to take Paul Pogba, who does so well for me in draft, over to FUT Champions and feel the same sort of Paul Pogba that I've been using to dominate in drafts, but it's not the same. It is really, really not the same, as we go off to a flyer in this one. 5-1, 60th minute, this guy decides to rage quit, and I've been getting a lot of rage quits lately, and I try not rage quit myself, even if I'm getting dominated. I just try stick in there, try and play against opponents which are better than you. We come up against a really, really tough formation here. Tough opponent, but he was just parking the bus. Parking the bus takes us to penalties, and penalties aren't my strong point. But you'll see a few, so I'll just leave that running in the background. My best ever rewards for this year, and that's what this video is going to be about. The best player I have packed, drumroll please, David De Gea. From winning over 40 drafts in FIFA 20, my best player has been David De Gea. We've packed a team of the group stage, Thiago Silva. We've packed a Handanovic potentially, But honestly, guys, I've got 100k packs twice. Twice we've got the 100k pack. I think 3 times we've got the 45,000 coins. Overall, it's just the 25k packs. 25k packs, 25k packs. What is going on with the draft rewards? I don't understand why EA have just kept them so same every single year for FUT draft. You think they've brought out all of these different packs. Why not give us a bit of variety in the packs? I do not understand. And I 100% believe that there is some sort of switch that EA can flick, whether they want to give good draft rewards out or bad draft rewards. For example, one day I got a 100k pack twice in a row from winning the FUT draft. Call it lucky, but I've played so much FUT draft, I sort of feel like it just can't be possible anymore. I do believe that they have the ability to do that. They definitely have the ability to give out better players in draft. For whatever reason, they decide to change this. That is just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you think. But yeah, as for 100 draft wins, guys, we have made a profit overall. We have made a profit overall. As Kyle Walker bursts through, he absolutely fires one into the back of the net. And yeah, I don't understand. My rewards have just been awful, whether it's for champions, division rivals, FUT draft, squad battles, whatever it is, they have been so bad. I do not understand why this account is just rigged, as we get another rage quit. So very, very nice for us to get 2 out of 3 rage quits so far. Takes us into the final. And just to summarise this video, really, I was going to talk about some of my top tips to win more drafts, because I've speak to a lot of people who say they can't really get too far in draft, even though they're very good in FUT champions or division rivals. Well, for me personally, I feel like taking formation with the wingers, it's so important. You get the better players, the Messis, the Ronaldos, Mbappe's, Neymar's, Eden Hazard even. You give yourself a much better chance of having a really good team, therefore a much better chance of actually winning the draft. And I would say secondly, use meta leagues. Use the meta leagues. I've gone out my way and thought, you know what, I'll do Bundesliga team. I can't get any Bundesliga players. They never show up. It's always La Liga, Premier League. They're the only 2 leagues that really show up for me in draft. And I feel like if you choose specific leagues, say you take a Lewandowski, you're not going to get a solid team around him. So choose wisely when you're choosing your team. That's my only tip really for team building. And I would say one thing I don't do, which maybe puts me at a disadvantage, maybe I would win more drafts if I had done this. But I don't do custom tactics, guys. I do not do custom tactics. I leave them all unbalanced, except for when I come up against a very tough opponent. And that happens sometimes in draft, especially in the 3rd round. 3rd round is normally my hardest. If I get through the 3rd round, we normally win the full draft. And for me, it's hard because sometimes you get motivated. Like yesterday, I won 2 games in the draft, lost in the 3rd round. I packed the team of the group stage, Thiago Silva. Sorry, team of the year nominee, Thiago Silva. I got that wrong earlier. The nominee, Thiago Silva, from winning 2 games. We win today, and you will see what we do get. So, FUT draft for me, I don't know, guys. It's just, it's a funny one. It's just the nicest mode to play midweek. I do enjoy FUT Champions, probably the most out of all the FIFA 20 game modes. But I think that's just, I enjoy the competitive aspect. I think draft's nice. It brings back the feel of the daily knockout tournaments, which I think everyone loved in FIFA 19, FIFA 18, 17. They need to bring stuff like that back. But what do you think? 100 draft entries? I don't know. You would expect to see a much better club, in my opinion, for 100 draft entries. Maybe if I'd won 70 or 80 drafts, we would have better stuff. But one thing I would love to know as well is, out of all the opponents I've faced, thousands of opponents, who's got the best rewards? Who has packed an icon? Who has packed a team of the season, team of the year? I think that would be really, really cool to see if you could somehow see at the end of the draft summary what your opponent got. I don't know how they would do that, but we just need more information. They can't even track the goals that you scored within the draft. As you see my rewards, we get an anchor card, which is quite good, to be honest. It's not bad at all. And we get a 50k pack, so it's one of the better draft rewards. We open this, and yeah, what do you think, guys? What do you think of this draft reward? Would you be happy? Harry Maguire we're going to get? Yep, I think it is Harry Maguire. Who does pop? Yep, there is Harry Maguire. So what do you think? 100 draft entries, over 100. I'll keep going. We'll get to 200. I know that for a fact. I love the draft mode, but there just needs to be some revamps to it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content. Thank you as always for watching this video. I'll see you all later.